I had $124,744 worth in school debt once I graduated. What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sandra. I am an interior designer, and I make content based on interior design, health and fitness, and now I'm going to kind of be sharing some of my personal struggles and stuff that I was able to accomplish in hopes that, you know, it can help you guys. So in this video, I'm going to share with how I was able to pay all that money in school debt. The way that I'm going to structure this video is I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory, how my payments kind of look like, and then tips and advice that helped me reach my goal of paying it off. Maybe that can help you guys. First things first, you know, I went to college to study interior design. It was an all year round 4-year program, so I basically had no life. Once I graduated, I had, you know, $124,744 worth in debt. So that's, you know, just a little bit of backstory. That's what I went to study school for. I did not go to a community college at first and then go to, you know, an actual college or university because, you know, I was stupid. You know, I would say, you know, if you have the chance to go to a community college to get your gen eds, do it. Once you graduate, you have what's called a 6-month grace period, and that is basically you get 6 months to not pay your school loans, and that kind of helps you get your life together, get a job, you know, do all these things. I did not want to wait for that because that is where they get you guys. That is where the interest and all your money will stack up, racks on racks on racks, you know. So at the time that I graduated, I still had, you know, my college part-time job where I went full-time until I got my actual design job. Alright, so now moving on to the payments. I never paid the minimum. Thankfully, you know, I had my dad as my financial advisor, so he advised me to pay as much as I could because that kind of beats the interest. It's just so weird how all that works. But paying more really helps you guys. My payments were always so different each month because, you know, obviously there were months where life happens and you had to fix your car, or, you know, you got an accident, doctor's visits, all that stuff. But basically, you know, I always tried to pay a little more in extra. The third thing is I never paid on time. And what I mean by that is I never paid like right when the due date hits. I always try to pay, you know, a few days before or maybe like a week before to kind of like trick the system in a way and to beat, you know, the interest. It's so just like so mind-blowing how all this interest rate shit goes, and just how like student debt really kind of fucks you up. And then like any bonuses that I got from work, my tax returns, any money that I got went towards my school loans. And I know it is so like easy to use that money for like a vacation or something that you've always wanted to do or buy, but please guys, just trust the process and just think of the big picture. Think of, you know, being debt free faster, and you know, the faster that you can pay it off, the faster you can buy or go on vacation to wherever you wanted to go. So yeah, there were a lot of sacrifices that had to be made. So now moving on to my tips and advice that I kind of followed and that I did, and hopefully maybe these tips can help you guys. Starting with, do not, and I repeat, do not follow their payment plan. Do not do the 10-year, 20-year payment plan, because honestly, I feel like that, like, your balance is just going to keep growing and growing and growing. By not following the payment plan, you can cut that just in like half. So I didn't follow their like standard minimum, you know, payment plan thing. The second thing is living at home helped me so much, you guys. Don't be embarrassed or shy or ashamed to, you know, say that you're living at home with your parents, because it helped me so much, and I am super grateful that I had my parents' support, and also grateful that I had the opportunity to be at home and stay here, because I know like not a lot of people have that. So that was an advantage that I had, was not having to worry about all these other expenses, and I could just focus on paying my school loans, because I know that they wanted me to finish paying my school loans as much as I did. So the third tip is your girl got a side job, and that really helped kind of speed up the process for the loans. So I used that money towards there, and also a little bit of, you know, spending money for myself. I was what's called a promotional girl, so I kind of got this job where I just got to, you know, show up to events, hand out free beer, hand out free stuff, hand out free samples, and it was a very fun job and paid me good money actually. So if you guys are interested to know what kind of job that is, I'll have the link down in the description below so you guys can go check it out. One mistake that I do want to share is that once I graduated and I had my full-time job, your girl got a stinking brand new car, which was the worst decision I could ever make, because now I had to worry about my school loans and my car payment, which was too much. If I hadn't, you know, gotten a new car, I probably would have been able to pay off my school loans faster, but you know, it's whatever. So if you graduate, please don't get a brand new car, just get like kind of a used car. Really a dumb decision on my part, but you know, you live and you learn. What can you do? The next tip that I have for you guys is I started to thrift. I started shopping at Goodwill, Savers, Ross, stores that were, you know, clothes weren't that expensive, because to be honest, like, I didn't really care about spending so much money on brand, you know, clothes. You know, here I am wearing Tommy Hilfiger, but this was from Ross. But yeah, I really, you know, I wasn't raised to buy, you know, all the brand new stuff. You know, I was able to save so much money on clothes just by thrifting, and I still do it to this day because I love it. The sixth tip is I was careful about my expenses. You know, being so young, you know, you want to have fun, you want to go out, so I just had to be careful about like how I spent my money. You know, I had to think about my school loans, my car payment, and if I had, you know, doctor bills and stuff like that. So I just had to be careful I wasn't going over my, you know, spending budget, which goes into my next thing is make sure you have a spending budget and don't like go over it, because then you're gonna be buying stuff that you don't really necessarily need, and then your goal kind of keeps getting like backed up. So the seventh tip is that I always brought my lunch to work. One, it's healthy. Two, you save so much money, you guys, because if you go out like every day and buy lunch, just do the math and you'll see how much money it is, and that money could go towards, you know, your loans or your car or debt or whatever it is. So that's what I did. And then lastly is, just because you're making more money doesn't mean that you should spend more. Don't fall into that trap. I know that for me, once I started making more money, I was like, all right, Sandra, just act like you're still broke. So I just really had to really minimize my spending, and the more I made, I was like, all right, I gotta spend less, because the more money I could just put towards my loan and be finished faster. So that's kind of the mentality I had. Overall, that is my process and journey of how I was able to pay my school loan. It's really gonna take some sacrifice, dedication, and just being really focused and not giving up on your goal. I'm grateful to have, you know, the support of my, you know, parents and family, and grateful that I was able to kind of like rise up in the interior design scale and, you know, put more money towards my loans. But hopefully some of my tips can resonate with you and help you along your journey and whatever that you're trying to reach. So just remember, be dedicated, and it's gonna take some sacrifice. There really is no secret sauce to, you know, paying off your debt. It's just, you know, being really dedicated. I also want to add that like everyone's situation is so different, and everyone's like kind of tactic to pay off, you know, school loans or debt is so different. So don't be like tied down to my like tips, because everyone has like their own way, and you know, what works for me necessarily won't work for you. But like, again, you know, hopefully these tips can help you guys in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to comment down below and let me know if you have any questions. But again, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.